Good evening, y'all. I had a very long, depressing day of work today. I mean, some people are being surprisingly nice to me at work. Um, but I don't know what my day is gonna be like when I come to work on Saturday, but I'm just glad I get out early from work on Saturday because that's the day that I have to be around that person that I do not really get along with. Uh, Surprisingly, I haven't had no meeting with my boss and the lady who I have an issue with at work. Um, I don't know. And I'm not gonna worry about it. It's not what this video is about. This video is about, in my life, I've had two situations. And I be wanting to go on two ID detective shows. One of them is called Fear Thy Neighbor, and the other one is called um, Evil Lives Here. Now, the reason why I want to go on the show called Evil Lives Here is because I've been in relationships with two guys in my life who I let in my home. One of them didn't actually live with me the way that the guy who was my boyfriend, who was my fiance of 5 years, he didn't live with me. He only came over and spent the night, a couple of nights, and he was always coming around me, and I was always cooking for him, and I thought he really gave a shit about me. I thought he really cared something about me when he just told me honestly one day, he's like, you and I are not girlfriend and boyfriend. We are nothing. And this is when I was having a conversation with this dude. And I'm like, what are we? Because I just feel like you're always playing in my face. I feel like you're always playing games with me, like you really want to be with me. When honestly, you just don't. And he's like, because I'm like, this is when I told him, I'm like, why did the people in the leasing office give you an apartment? He's like, what you trying to say? I'm like, don't you have to have a job in order to get an apartment? I don't never hear you telling me that you have a job somewhere. He's like, I do work. He's like, that goes to show your dumb ass. I work, and he was showing me his badge that he work at some construction place. And I'm like, first of all, don't call me dumb. Ain't shit dumb about me. I have my diploma. I graduated high school. Did you? And this is when, at the times when he acted like he was finna hit me. He was about to punch me for talking shit back to him, but this is the same dude I said, because he had broken my house and stole my flat screen TV one day, and he broke in my house and stole some other shit. And I said one day I was standing outside. This is when This was when he and I was broken up from each other. And we was broken up, and I was standing outside at the bus stop, and I was waiting on the bus to come, the metro bus, because I used to ride the bus to this beauty school that I used to attend. Now, I was always doing something to try to make a career out of my life. I wasn't just sitting around. If I wasn't working, I was in beauty school. And I did take dental assisting classes also at Remington College. But anyway, he was outside across the street from me, and he had just made it outside, and he was drinking a bottle of water. And he was just chilling, just across the way from me, because I was across the street waiting at the bus stop, and he was just outside drinking a bottle of water. And I guess he was getting ready to sell that candy. But anyway, he was looking at me, but I pretended like I didn't see him. I got on my phone and acted like I was talking to somebody. And then that's when I said, because I made the story time, I talked about the story time twice. The first car pulled up, a dude jumped out, got in his face, was finna to beat the shit out of him. Another car pulled up, another dude got out of the car, got in his face too. About 8 dudes came, got out of the car, and cars was just pulling up. Before I knew it, it was like 10 car loads full of niggas was finna beat his fucking ass. They was gonna beat him into a bloody pulp. And I was so upset because just when I thought I was gonna see him get his karma, just when I thought I was gonna see him get his ass whooped, the fucking bus came. And I was like, shit. I had to go and get on the bus because I was already late for beauty school. I make it back home right after beauty school at 3 o'clock. This motherfucker is outside, still drinking the same bottle of water he was drinking before I left for his beauty school, and smiling and laughing. And I was so mad because I'm like, all them dudes, like, before I left that morning and got on the bus, he was pleading his case. He was just saying whatever he could say to get them off his ass, because they was finna beat the shit out of him, for real. They was finna knock his teeth out of his mouth, bloody his nose, all that. I don't know what he said for them not to beat him up, because they was gonna beat the fuck out of him. But I got out of beauty school that day, and I'm looking at him walking around. Then walking around smiling and laughing and talking to people. And I was just mad. And I was like, this motherfucker done got himself out of getting his ass whooped. Because, like, I swear that I thought I was going to come home off the bus from beauty school and and find out that he was in the hospital from getting his ass whooped. But no. And the only reason why I had made that story time twice about the fact that he was going to get beat to a bloody pulp is because not only I said this nigga has put his hands on me several times, and he did. Not only I said that he broke in my house and stole shit and then came to my house the same day I called the police and talking about it wasn't him. He had just done all kind of dirty things to me, towards me.